afternoon and welcome to Syon Park. This year the London Classic Car Show is being held here for the very first time. It's a wonderful day. Now first of all, confession, I am not a petrol head. In fact, there is everything I do not know about cars. However, Hank Danger, the cameraman today, does know quite a bit about cars. So he's going to be letting me know and you know everything about the exhibition. So let's go take a look.
Now, in its 7th year, the London Classic Car Show is firmly established as the must-attend event for discerning classic car owners, collectors, experts and enthusiasts. The show itself has become synonymous with great content that allows enthusiasts and collectors alike to celebrate the fascinating history of classic cars in all their glory. The central theme of the London Classic Car Show in 2021 will be the evolution of design and will feature influential cars across the automotive ages, spanning 135 years of motoring, with the iconic E-Type being the perfect example. And my cameraman Hank Danger has told me that an E-Type is a Jaguar.
There is, however, one particular part of the Classic Car Show that I really am interested in, and I do know a little bit about. So we'll take a look at that a little bit later. But first, let's just have a nice walk around and get to grips with what a show like this offers the public. And it's a real day out. There's plenty of catering here, and there's also plenty of stores with information about the cars that you can come and visit, and also lots and lots of exhibitions. This is a car enthusiast's paradise. Also, there's a car auction here. As well as admiring these classic cars, you can also purchase them, if you've got plenty of money in the bank, that is. Like I said earlier, I'm not a professional when it comes to classic cars, but Hank, is it true that the red cars go faster than the blue cars?
Oh, God.
This is Herbie H2, built for Disney's classic film The Love Bug in 1969. Another amazing vehicle from another amazing film. Now this is what I'm here for. Taxis. We're going to start here with the oldest working to the newest, Doug. So if you could just help me and tell me, first of all, which is the oldest?
This one here is an Austin low loader of 1934. And they were in service from about 1930 right through to around about 1953, 54.
Is this your vehicle?
It is, yeah.
This is. I must say, you maintain it to a very high standard, Doug. It is in incredible condition. How many hours work do you think you put into this vehicle?
Well, I didn't restore it. It was restored about 35 years ago.
Yeah.
But I did rebuild the engine about 5 years ago, and that was a good few hours' work.
I can imagine.
And, yeah, and it cost about £6,000 then 5 years ago.
Oh, well,
and that was
not
with me
cheap.
doing a lot of the work.
With you doing a lot of work. The next one we're moving on to, which is
This one here, which is a Beardmore.
a Beardmore.
Beardmore.
Now, I've heard that name before.
They were regarded as the Rolls-Royce of cabs,
Yeah,
and a lot of mushers used them.
yeah,
Mushers being owner-drivers.
yeah.
And they lasted right through until the 60s, mid-60s. No, they were built right through until the mid-60s, lasted into the 70s.
Yeah.
And they were very similar in style to the FX3. But this particular Beardmore here is a 1955 version. This one to the left
Yeah.
is a 1966 version, and you
Okay,
can
so
see
there's,
how
there's
little
10
they've
years
changed.
between them,
That's
but
right.
they haven't changed a lot, have they, in design?
The
They
only
haven't changed a lot.
difference is that one's got a fourth door.
Right, so this has got a fourth door, because if we walk over here, we can see that there isn't a door on the luggage side.
That's correct.
And that was added 10 years later.
That's right.
Was there just a reason? Was that just a safety reason?
In part, but to make it more comfortable for the driver.
Make it more comfortable for the driver.
Because by then they started to worry about a few home comforts.
A few home comforts, yeah.
Unlike the air-conditioned version here.
The air-conditioned we have
the
here.
1930s cab.
So we've got oldest, second oldest, third oldest,
No,
and
actually, this is the third oldest.
oh, this is the third oldest.
This is 1956.
56.
And you'd be quite surprised to realise that was almost a virtual successor to this, an immediate
Oh, okay.
successor. Introduced in about 1948, and they were produced until 1958,
Yeah.
when the FX4 took over, which we'll look at in a moment. The Beardmore over there, like I said, is a 1966 version, so that's that is 10 years newer
10 years
than
newer.
this, but the styling has changed
Has
very
changed.
little.
Has changed very little. And the indicators are still in the same place as well, which is
Yes, indeed.
wonderfully
yes.
unique, and which is something I absolutely love.
Commonly known as bunny ears.
Bunny ears. We all love a taxi with bunny
That's
ears.
right. Yeah.
So the next one would be, Doug, we're moving over to
So we went from this one to this one, and then this Beardmore here.
Beardmore here.
That's
1966?
66.
Yep, this is 66.
And there's not much difference between the two, except this one has the fourth door.
Okay.
And this looked way out of date during the 60s because of its 1950s era design.
And what type of engine did it have in it? Was it reliable?
Ford Consul engine.
Ford Consul engine, yeah.
Yeah, they use four components. They've got Ford gear inside,
Yeah.
Ford dials, and so on. But like I said, they were mostly mushers' cabs and they were always immaculate.
And how many passengers were licensed in the back? Four or five? Not five.
Four. Five you could get in. I'm not sure about the regulation then, but I think it was four.
Okay, so it was four, yeah.
But when the FX4 came along,
And is this one yours?
No, it's not.
No.
These belong to some of my colleagues.
Would you buy it off one of your colleagues for the right price?
For the right price, I might, but
they drive a hard bargain.
I'd need a big garage too.
I need a big garage.
I've already got 3 old vehicles of 1934.
Wonderful.
I
So
need a
finally,
big
we're
garage.
moving on to what people would recognise as a sort of modern day cab,
Yeah.
even though it's a lot older than certainly the electric cab I'm driving nowadays. This is the
That's the FX4,
yeah.
produced by Austin. And then when British Leyland decided that they wanted no more to do with the taxi, they sold off to the Pressed Steel, I think it was, of Coventry.
Yeah.
And they produced the cab independently of British Leyland right through until 1997.
Wow.
So it had a lifespan of production of something like 40 years.
40 years.
It's pretty incredible.
It is incredible.
And-
So it was a reliable cab. Taxi drivers liked it. They
They had leaking roofs.
Oh,
and,
okay. Now I heard it had trouble getting up those Hampstead hills.
Depends on the engine that they had at the time.
Okay, yeah.
There was a 2.2 engine in it, I think, at one stage. I think it was an old Land Rover engine.
Yeah.
And that struggled a bit up round Hampstead Way. But
Now I always thought, that this was. I looked at it and thought Fairway straight away, but it's not, is it? It's not a Fairway.
that's not.
I've actually driven a Fairway before they came off the road, but this isn't a Fairway, is it? And mustn't get mixed up with that.
the Fairway evolved from
Evolved from this design.
this. The body style is
Yeah.
the same, with a few twitches a few tweaks rather, because they had to incorporate wheelchairs, wheelchair access, and so on.
But
So this hasn't got. This came off the road when wheelchair access became compulsory.
Oh, is that right? Okay, so it was wheelchair access made this redundant, really, in effect.
Well, this particular model that did.
It did.
And then the fairways took over, and they were fitted for wheelchairs.
And one of your colleagues owns this one.
He does, yes.
Would you like to buy it?
I would certainly buy this one because it's original condition, would you believe?
Really?
1982, and as far as I know, this is its original
1982.
paintwork.
And
And
incredibly well looked after.
it's incredible.
There's so much love here and care that's
absolutely.
put into these wonderful taxis.
Absolutely.
And for me, being a taxi driver myself, it's just amazing to see that they still live on and people can come here and experience them and see the
right.
history of the taxi trade.
No, we've had a lot of interest this weekend
Yeah, I
because
can
people
imagine.
can identify with the cab.
Because these are the vehicles here, out of all the other vehicles, that people, taxis are what people can ride. They can get into.
right.
They get people from one place to another place. And I think there's a familiarity shared between the public and yourself. This 1934 taxi has real air conditioning. Well, this is a privilege. Off we go. Power steering, Doug. Armstrong power steering. Now, how does it? Oh, does it lock as soon as you close it? Now that is a big steering wheel.
You need it.
Yeah, and your arms by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to go down the gym.
I haven't driven it for a while. That's why I look like I do now.
You've done a great job. And okay, so 2 pedals. Oh, 3 pedals. Yep, I see. And brake here. And how many gears? 4 gears. Okay. No. Synchronization top 3. Wow. And this. Well, get out of my way. I'm coming. And Doug's going to show us how the old flagful worked in this taxi. Go for it, Doug. Don't worry, we'll keep it in.
Well, I'll be damned.
Well, I'll be. So that means the flag. The flag fell. There we go. We're making money. We're making money. Thanks for watching today's episode at the London Classic Car Show. More treasures of London coming very soon.